Hello Rubies, back to another video, and today we're talking about ITZY again. Like the first time in like a little over 2 years? Like 2.5 years? It's been a hot minute. This is a very highly anticipated video for me personally, because I've been wanting to make another video about ITZY for a hot minute. I've had it in the plans for, I don't know, since Cheshire came out. I don't know. It's been a long time coming. As CL says, it's been a long time coming. And I just wrote this script. Yeah, this is a script today. And I'm like, I have allergies right now, so if you hear me sniffling or a blanket shuffling, yeah, I'm cold as hell and I'm tired, okay? So we're talking about the decline of ITZY today in the year of 2025. Good Lord. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. This isn't a hate video. I still love ITZY. I love them, okay? I will bump a ITZY song randomly one day. Who knows? Like, I'll just do it for no goddamn reason. Yeah, let's get into this before... Yeah, this script is something. ITZY are one of the biggest groups to emerge from the fourth generation of K-pop. Alongside groups such as Idol and ITZY, they were crowned the leaders of the fourth generation following the peak of the Hallyu wave. Did I even pronounce that right? I don't know. In Western markets due to third generation artists such as BTS and Blackpink. ITZY is comprised of 5 members: Hwang Yeji, Leah Choi, Shin Ryujin, Chaeryeong. Did I even pronounce her? That's crazy. And Shin Yuna. They debuted on February 12, 2019 with the single album It's Different, which featured the hit single Dala Dala that ended up becoming the biggest girl group song of the year. They had their first comeback in July of the same year with ITZY, which became a massive summer hit. 2020 is arguably ITZY's peak in terms of visibility and musical performance. 2 of their biggest singles to date were released, Wannabe and Not Shy. The former is their most recognizable song due to its virality in March of 2020 because of Ryujin's iconic shoulder dance at the beginning of the first verse. I feel it's also important to mention that this was during the peak of the shoot ticket panorama, where everybody was in their homes quarantining. This was also a time period where a lot of people were getting into K-pop, especially younger people like myself, who ITZY's music widely appealed to due to their teen crush aesthetic. For the longest time, ITZY's performance of Wannabe was the most viewed studio shooting performance, with it battling for a #1 most viewed position with JYP, Lil Mate, Stray Kids' God's Menu for quite a while. 2 bangers, 2 juggernauts, good lord. God's Menu is cracking it too, good lord. I'm like, what the hell? ITZY took a bit of a shift in 2021 with their first comeback that year being Mafia in the Morning in April. Some would say this is when their decline began, but the release of their first full-length LP, Crazy in Love, in September kind of thwarts those claims. Loco, Swipe, 20 were definitely in a lot of people's rotations during that time period, including myself. This was the last great era for ITZY.
Let's go. Like what?
Nearly 10 months after the release of their debut studio album, ITZY began teasing their next project, Checkmate. In the midst of this promotion cycle, members Ryujin and Yeji had gone viral for their dance cover of BB Rexha's Break My Heart Myself, which they ended up featuring on an alternate version of the song later on. The dance cover is currently sitting at 67 million views on the Studio Tune channel here on YouTube. Back to Checkmate's promotion, after releasing a series of concept photos on July 2nd, 2022, a snippet of the single Sneakers was released to widespread confusion among MITZYs and K-pop stans alike. A lot of imagery shown for this album was very regal-like, so this very upbeat, almost kids bop-esque, some would say, song was a very big juxtaposition to what had been shown before. I'll never forget seeing that teaser. It was so funny to watch. Like, Leah in that clip had me rolling, man. Like, bro, why was she moving like that? It was funny as hell, though. I love it. I love it for her. When Sneakers was finally released on July 15, 2022, the hate towards it grew. It didn't help that a lot of people didn't like the album as a whole that much either. Me personally, I think Racer is a really good song, and even better than Sneakers. Like, y'all, go tap into Racer. That shit was hitting, okay? It was hitting. Looking back at the general reception towards the polarizing single, it was overhated. Definitely. Like, it really was. It really was. We need to accept that as a culture. JYP Entertainment initially marketed the EP with more colorful teasers, like they did later on. The hate definitely would have been less intense. They even changed the cover of the EP on streaming services from a dark chess piece in the middle of a chessboard to a more brightly covered cover with the faces of the members. The disdain for ITZY's music didn't stop there, because in October, they released the English pre-release single, Boys Like You. I remember when this shit dropped? Boy, that was crazy. Everyone was calling this song a Taylor Swift reject. And as someone who does like this song, I agree. And it's really funny how Miss Americana herself dropped an album on the same day this track came out. I can't remember was it Midnights? I think it was Midnights. Unfortunately, with the streak of bad songs, quote unquote, that ITZY had going on in the year of 2022, their next EP, Cheshire, did not capture everyone's attention like it should have, you know? The title track, Cheshire, is the best song they dropped that year, in my opinion. It definitely would have done better if Boys Like You and Sneakers either did a lot better or never had been released, okay? Like, bro, tap in the Cheshire. Tap in. That EP is great, okay? It's so fire. 8 months after the release of Cheshire, Kill My Doubt was released after a promotional rollout that consisted of 3 music videos for the tracks Bet On Me, None of My Business, and the lead single Cake, which was released on July 31st, 2023, the same day as the EP. This might be the best ITZY has done since Crazy in Love. There wasn't much disdain being expressed about this project, besides some people calling Cake repetitive. To me, this album cycle felt like one of the last times ITZY really felt present in K-pop, if that makes sense. I'll get into that later, I think. I'll get into that later. 2 months following Kill My Doubt in September of 2023, it was announced that Leah would be going on hiatus due to anxiety. Before anyone says anything in these goddamn comments, I'm not blaming Leah for ITZY's decline. Like, nah, that's twin right there. Why would I blame her for this? In fact, ITZY's decline is none of the members' fault. And I'll get into that later, because I think y'all already know who I'm about to, blame for this. Like, I think y'all already know by now, probably. ITZY began promoting as a quartet following the upsetting announcement about their main vocalist. The album cycle for their next project, Born to Be, began almost 3 months later in December. Just like their previous project, 3 singles were promoted along with accompanying music videos. The title track, Born to Be, Mr. Vampire, and the lead single, Untouchable. All the members, including Leah, had a solo song on the project. Even though I personally don't care about album sales, companies and hardcore stans do. Born to Be sold a little over 580,000 copies in South Korea and Japan. I don't know about the US, okay? They didn't say that on Wikipedia, okay? So don't ask me about that. I don't know. A very important detail to mention is that ITZY's last 3 projects before this, okay, sold over 1 million copies each. Y'all. Even I didn't know that. What the world? Until doing this freaking script. I didn't know that. 580,000 sales is not a number to look down at for real. But this is a 3-time in a row million seller group we are talking about right now. I feel that this decline in album sales is due to the deteriorating music quality of the group and them losing fans due to that. Their music video views also went down quite a bit during this era, which is due to them not having a crazy amount of ad views. And I've talked about ad views in the video I did last year. I got some hate comments for that, which was very unjustified because what the world were y'all on? I'm just calling out the bullshit. I'll cut out my own face. Don't play with me at this hour. Don't do that, okay? And I think I did mention ITZY in that video because there was a discussion going around about Untouchable, okay? And it having lower views than their other MVs. Well, I just told y'all the reason. They didn't use ad views like that. Not saying they didn't use any, because they probably did, but like not like a crazy amount to the point where I don't know. I can't elaborate further. I really can't. Back to the script. But with their views going down, it does match up with their decline in popularity as well. Eventually, Leah returned to the group in September of 2024, just in time for the group's next comeback with their EP Gold in October. This is their worst performing major release to date in terms of the charts and within in just general music listening from like fans, casuals, like locals even, Jesus Christ. Like, yeah. I remember when I first listened to the title track Gold after holding off for a bit, and I was very disappointed to say the least. Like, cause I'm gonna re-listen to it for this video, but like I remember hearing this in October and I was like, yo, what is with that mixing? What is with that mixing in the chorus? It does not sound right. It does not sound right, and I don't like it. Imaginary Friend, on the other hand, is decent. It's decent. But in the grand scheme of things, it is not big NOT, bitches. Not competing with a lot of the other songs that dropped in 2024. Let alone any much better ITZY singles. Let's be for real. Let's think about this right now. You know, because good lord. Now, on to the future of ITZY and my closing thoughts about their general decline in popularity and music quality too, because good lord, the mixing on Gold actually haunts me. I have not touched that song since I first heard it. I've already talked about ITZY's discography in a video in 2022. I did plan on re-listening to the ITZY album, which I notoriously slammed because I said it was their worst album, one of the worst albums I think I've ever heard in my life, I think. What was going on in the JYP studios, which I need to talk about that right now because what's going on. So JYP Entertainment is wildin', okay? They wildin'. I can't. Because I think they low-key stopped caring about ITZY's musical quality. Here's my little theory here. Since Yeji's about to have her solo debut, I'm actually worried for her a little bit. I am worried. Like, her solo song on Born to Be was good. Crown My Head was a banger. Okay, Blossom by Leah was better, though. I'm gonna say that right now, though. I was gonna mention that in the script, but I was like, nah, I'm gonna hold back. I love Blossom to death. I love that. Crown My Head's number 2, though. I love that. Yeah, the best 2 solos, honestly. Like, they ate that down. For real. But, like, I'm worried about ITZY's future. Like, this is my theory. I might be wrong about this. In, like, the next year when this gets revealed, obviously, in February of next year, I think ITZY's gonna disband. I genuinely think they're actually gonna disband. I think they are. I think at least one of them is going to re-sign to JYP, though. I do think that. Because ITZY themselves kind of know that they're falling out of favor with, like, K-pop fans. Like, they already know. I was reading the description for Kill My Doubt on YouTube Music, and the inspiration for Kill My Doubt came from the reception of Checkmate in Cheshire. Well, mainly Cheshire, but, like, about them having, like, self-doubt and stuff about, like, how they're received and all that. They probably have already clocked that JYP low-key don't care about them that much anymore. Because JYP's main moneymaker right now is Stray Kids. Stray Kids is doing some crazy numbers, okay? I'm not really tapped into Stray Kids like that right now. I was in my earlier K-pop stan days in, like, 2021. Like, I'm a God's Menu lover. That song is different. That was 2020, though. But, like, God's Menu has aged beautifully to me. But, like, JYP is mainly, like, putting a lot of their focus on Stray Kids right now, which is why they're always touring. Like, why are Stray Kids always touring? Every time I look, they're always like on tour. It's kind of crazy. And Twice is still a moneymaker for them as well. NMIXX isn't a big priority for them right now. Because, okay, NMIXX, I love NMIXX to death. I love them so much. For real, for real. They have some of the best B-sides. Albums in general in 4th gen. I don't know. Like, y'all not tapped in like me, for real. Like, NMIXX isn't drawing in, like, big numbers for them, but, like, they're JYP great. They're obviously making some money, though. And they have Kickflip that's debuting. I think they already debuted. I don't know. I'm not following them. I'm not tapping with the boys. I'm not. But, like, it really seems like that ITZY's not a big priority for them right now, for real. Because, like, of their reception. Like, they're in a very stagnant phase where, like, they're not really making much impact right now. Because like I said, like, Imaginary Friend, that's a good song. But it's not competing with like aespa, Islet, LE SSERAFIM, Idol. Don't get us on the boy groups, good lord. Like, even in Hypin, I gotta make a video about Hypin. I need to make a video about Hypin because the way they came back after having such a bad year in 2022 as well. Wait, was it 2022 when Future Perfect came out? Bless Curse. Those songs, they did not do well for them. But Bite Me in 2023 brought them back. So did EXO. Like, they made a big comeback. I feel like they came back from their stagnation. But ITZY did not, okay? Because JYP Entertainment don't care, okay? Not the person, JYP, but the company, the producers, the writers. Like, they're like, they don't see ITZY as a big priority for them right now. Like, ITZY does make money. They're still selling crazy numbers, like, compared to other groups. It's just like, in terms of like, are they getting played in the airways? Are people really tuning in that aren't stans? Are people really tuning in like that? Not really. They're past their prime. And it's not the members' fault at all. It really is not. Like Idol debuted in 2018. They're still doing well. They did so well after Sujin left the group. Okay, she got kicked out of the group. Okay, me chill. I love Idol to death. I love Sujin. I love all of them, for real. Sorry, I'm my ultimate bias. Like, Idol did so well with Tomboy, Nude, Queen Card, Super Lady Wife, like, and Collection, that Kpop was like, yo, we gotta keep them under this company at what cost. Like, Kpop realized that they had to keep Idol to make some money, because Lightsum ain't doing shit. Why am I mentioning Idol right now? Like, Idol debuted in 2018, okay? They're still peaking. They're still doing really well. They are almost 7 years in. ITZY debuted in 2019, and they're on a decline. That's a JYP problem. That is not. They're the ones who produce the goddamn music. They source out the producers and the writers, and it's not connecting with the people. They're not keeping up with like I said, aespa, Islet, LE SSERAFIM. I'm mentioning all the girl groups because that's what really matters, okay? Because girl groups are like dominating right now. And, okay, girl groups have always really dominated because, here's the thing about girl groups. Girl groups are for the general public. Boy groups feed off, like, tight fan bases like BTS, 17, Stray Kids, ATEEZ. Like, bro, 17's fan base, Carrots, be buying up some goddamn albums, okay? But their streams aren't that crazy, but they're still doing really well. Like, it's not like on some stagnant shit. They're still doing very well. Like, if that makes sense. Girl groups feed off public, like, just like the general public's like attention mainly. Especially when they're not under the big three or hype. Especially that, like, I think the main reason ITZY like really is like staying alive right now is because like they're under JYP, like a big three company. That's like the big reason, I feel like. Like, I'm just letting out a bunch of like theories and stuff I have right now. Like, for real. Like, I do not think that they'll re-sign. Like, all of them will re-sign as a group or anything like that. Like, I don't even think they will strike up a freaking like Blackpink type of deal. Like, I don't even think that's gonna happen. And yeah, that's my thoughts. Tell me your thoughts on ITZY's decline down below. I especially want Mitzi's opinion. Like, the Mitzi's, I want y'all opinions for real. Because like, I remember when Loco came out. Loco was my first ITZY comeback in 2021. That was my first, like, one I was really present for. Like, I remember when Mafia Morning was still popping off. I remember when that happened, but I wasn't, like, present like that as a Mitzi. But, like, with Loco, I saw the countdown for the MV. I was there. Like, just seeing their decline is so insane. Like, I just feel bad because they're all so talented. Like, they're not, like, okay, ITZY aren't the most vocal group, but, like, they made some really good music. They have really good choreo. Like, they're still one of the best performance groups of 4th Gen. Like, they're still one of the best. Like, they're still, like, up there. They're still up there. That's it today. Go stream some ITZY. If you really want to, go stream some ITZY. Yeah, that's the video. Yeah, I'm done today. Peace.